Turning now to the big story, the Boy Scouts in bankruptcy.
The longtime organization taking desperate measures to survive. The Scouts filing for Chapter 11. The move will allow the group to remain intact amid a barrage of lawsuits from men who say they were sexually molested as children.
The Boy Scouts estimate between 1,000 and 5,000 victims will seek compensation. The organization will likely have to sell campgrounds, hiking trails, and numerous other properties. All this to raise a victims fund that could top $1 billion.
7 Action News reporter Brian Abel shows you what this means for scouting in Metro Detroit and victims here.
A law firm representing some of the victims confirms they do have clients in Livonia and Detroit, but the Boy Scouts locally here say right now it's business as usual. Facing potentially thousands of lawsuits by alleged sexual abuse victims, the Boy Scouts of America today filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy, effectively freezing pending litigation.
Everything is stayed for a while, but if you've got all these victims who are making claims against the Boy Scouts, arguably the claims may be horrendous, but they'll be treated fairly in the bankruptcy process.
Meaning alleged victims can be granted equal treatment and potential compensation for similar abuses.
The person who's most vocal doesn't get a bigger recovery than somebody who has been victimized but is less vocal.
We went to the Dick and Sandy Dausch Scout Center in Detroit, the local chapter of Boy Scouts, who reference us to corporate PR. In a statement, they say in part, the BSA cares deeply about all victims of abuse and sincerely apologizes to anyone who was harmed during their time in scouting. BSA Michigan Crossroads Council, the local Michigan apparatus, says they have not filed bankruptcy and are separate and distinct from the national organization, saying in a statement, our camp's properties and all local contributions are controlled by our council. Victor Marsh, a former senior district executive of the Boy Scouts Council in Detroit.
Every agency that deals with children, they need to be transparent. They need to prosecute folks involved in abusing children immediately. They shouldn't let things drag out as we have.
And Bernstein says the new filing doesn't necessarily take away accountability.
You can file a claim against the Boy Scouts organization, but you can also, through the bankruptcy court, but you can also go against the individual who is arguably acting outside of the scope of what they are employed by the Boy Scouts to do.
And we do expect to learn more tomorrow as there is a bankruptcy hearing in Delaware. For now in Detroit, Brian Abel, 7 Action News.
All right, Brian, thank you. And you can read more about the Boy Scouts bankruptcy right now on our website, WXYZ.com.